Well, that was fun.
Welcome to Baking with Frank. Frank Rush was a baker at the turn of the 20th century at the Uffelman Baking Company in Cincinnati, and then at his own bakery in Newport, Kentucky. Frank was also my great-grandfather. Through his handwritten batch-sized recipe book, I'm breaking down his recipes and getting to know him better. I'm Tom Mattingly, and this is Baking with Frank.
Welcome back to Baking with Frank. So buckle up, this one's going to be a little bumpy. What we're making today, Frank calls honey cream, which is interesting because it contains neither honey nor cream. It also doesn't have any liquid ingredients, no oil, no water, no milk, no nothing, no sugar. It is, in the end, a spice mix with flour. So, I did a little research because I had to. And the only honey cream that came up, of course, was, the creamed honey, which is delicious, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't this. So, it hit me that this really looked more just like a spice cake in the end than anything else. So that's the direction we're going. It's gonna work. We're gonna find out. So, here we go. Into the bucket. You got everything there? Yeah, you can see me. Okay, and we're gonna hand mix this one because I don't know what's gonna happen. Into the bucket, we are doing 4 eggs. Look at that, already. That's Frank, because I was sassing. Oh. Okay, well, apparently that egg decided to start developing. So we're going to scrap all this and we're going to start over. Well, that was fun. All right, so here we go. This time we're going to take the advice that I always tell everyone else, but don't do myself, and break these into another container. Because that was a little gnarly. And 2 cups of brown sugar. Now both of these, of course, I took not from the recipe. We're going to add to that 1/2 cup of milk and 1 cup of oil. In this case, I'm using canola oil just because it's what we have in the house. Frank probably would have used lard. All right, pretty happy with how that's turning out. So we're going to start in on some of the other things. So also not from Frank's recipe, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, right there. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And starting with his 1 ounce of cinnamon. I know. And where are we? 1/2 ounce of mace. That's this. If you've never had mace before, and I don't remember seeing mace in anything. Wait, why am I looking at you? I don't remember seeing mace in anything since my childhood, which has been a minute. But it is the outer portion of nutmeg. Apparently it's tasty. It smells like nutmeg. Anyway. Going in. So 1 ounce of mace, 1/4 ounce of cloves. See what I'm talking about with the, it's really just a spice mixture. And 1/2 ounce of what the recipe says is cardamom, which I had to research, and it says it's probably cardamom. We're gonna find out. Well, we're not gonna find out. It just is now. There it goes. So, I'm gonna mix all that in. I mean, it smells good. It is going to be highly spiced, whatever it turns out to be. All right, so we have here a ½ pound of flour. Now, if I used my actual calculations, it would be a pound of flour. I thought before I measured all that out, we'd give a ½ pound a shot and see what happens. So, stay with me. While you're staying with me, you could be hitting the like and the follow buttons if you haven't done that already. So here is a, where are we? 3/8 of an ounce of baking soda. Come on, everybody in. And 1/4 ounce cream of tartar. Why? No idea. I'm just going to mix that in a little bit. And since we haven't stood on ceremony with anything else on this one, putting it all in. Looking like we're already going to need that extra ½ pound of flour, but we'll do that if we need to. Now, Frank's recipe also has allspice in it. A couple things there. I forgot about that. So I didn't buy allspice, and we don't keep allspice in the house because it's another one of those things that nobody's heard of since the 70s. Oh, ½ pound might work. And, you know, but by the time I realized it, I was apparently already hatching an egg. So we're just going to stick with the other spices, which clearly from the color, you can see is plenty. And I wish you could smell this because, I mean, it's August right now, but it smells like the holidays up in here. And I'm not mad about that. And I'm not sure if we're going to have 1 or 2 of these. But we're going to have something. So spray one first. Let's see how far it goes. Yeah, we're gonna have 2. All right. We've preheated the oven to 350. You know what, maybe a spatula for this. Preheated the oven to 350. And we're going to bake this for, well, the modern recipe I looked at said 38 to 40 minutes. I'm not sure what difference 2 minutes makes, but I'm probably going to put it at 30 and we'll check it from there. All right, so going in the oven for 30 minutes, come back and see where we are. So, did you ever have the feeling that your ancestors stopped doing something because it was cursed? I haven't really either, until today. So, you know, I did the usual calculations, as I always do, to pare these things down, and I'm assuming there was too much soda in this. Now, I will note that Frank's original recipe included both baking soda and baking powder, and I thought that was too much. So I took out 1. But here we are. So, let's see if we can salvage anything out of these. I'm not hopeful. That turned out better than I thought it was going to. It does still smell fantastic, I gotta say. And that turned out better than I thought it would. Don't know what that is. I'm not too worried about it. So I was gonna make a, wait, look at me. I was gonna make a cream cheese frosting for these, but given where we are, I've chosen not to. So what I'm gonna do here, since this really seems to be the best of it, is cut out some pieces. Just like that. I'll move these out of the way as best I can. All right, here they are. What do you think about that? I got that for my anniversary. Pretty cool, eh? So yeah, we're gonna give these a try. If history's teaching us anything, I shouldn't do this. But I'm going to, because I'm in it for you. Is it the best thing I've ever had? No. Is it the worst? Also no. Very heavily spiced, obviously. Would be really good with that frosting. Am I gonna make this one again? Probably not soon. And if I do, I'll work on what the hell went wrong here. Join us next week when we see what happens. Told you to buckle up, we started there.